Mm. Ah, yeah, okay. Talk about makeup, guys. Is it fine? Gotta get. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your girl Christine Putti, and I'm all about everything and anything you could possibly think of. So your girl today is gonna tell you of her cum laude graduation experience. Like, you know, I never got this opportunity to tell everybody how I felt when I got my cum laude, and probably people might think that I didn't even know what I got, and I actually did. So in this video, I'm just gonna tell you guys on how that experience fulfilled me and made me understand of my real potential. Man, it was beautiful. Okay, so I went to Tshwane University of Technology, right? And I was studying communication there, international communication. So while I was studying there, it was back in 2015, if I may say correctly. I was back in 2015, and I was doing international communication. So guys, the experience of going varsity is like any other person's experience. You have rest, you meet new people, you meet your fabulous lecturers and the most unfabulous lecturers. And you know, I feel like in communication it was more of like a creative hub, you know, because every day we had to watch the news and think of creative ways and how, if I was the communicator from a particular organization or company, how will I resolve that, right? How will I calm down if it's a serious issue? How will I hype it if it's a new project that we are launching? And obviously when you go there, you go with the creative mind, you go with the enthusiasm, especially in the field of communication. You know, it's not like in the doctor's field where you just need to focus on a particular thing and know it theoretically, practically, and it's standard procedure. Where in communication, everything is creative. There's no standard of saying you are right and he's wrong, because if I have a communication strategy or plan, nah, and I go there to the people, it might not give me the result that I was expecting from my plan. But if I have no plan whatsoever and I just go out there and implement, probably people would just go in and they will love it. So I feel like in the field that I'm in, it's like YouTube, right? I can post one of the most simplest video, like how to drink water, and it will hype. And then I'll post the most important things of like how to save money, how to make sure that you are financially secure, and you find that nobody, like literally nobody, watches your video. So let me just switch this off. It's less hot now, it's a bit later during the day. So you find that you are now stuck in the field of, well, I thought people like this. People are concerned about it, but they're not worth, it's not worth watching for them. You know, like let's say crime. There's high levels of crime in South Africa, right? But you find that not everyone would want to watch a crime series or crime story or a crime TV show, but probably would like crime series. So these things are so weird. Oh guys, I had to stop that because the dog was making a noise. Abu Dilapa is laughing at everything he could probably see. So yeah, That is my field. So it's all about the difference of topic and interest algorithm of social media. So yeah, that was my experience. So me going to varsity was studying all that, and one day I was like just really confused with the topic I was dealing with. And then a second year student came to me like, yo, I've seen your marks, you get hundreds and 90s in your work, you must know what you're doing. I'm like, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just good at filling out answers in the books, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even, I feel like I actually even chose the wrong course. And they'll be like, you sure? Like, you're so good and your opportunities come your way. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I literally do not know, but there's no, they'll be like, no way. They'll give you an assignment, you get 95%. You're telling me you don't know what you're doing. And I'm like, it's God who wrote the test for me. It ain't me. So he was like, if you keep this up, you're gonna get cum laude. I'm like, what is cum laude, my guy? He says, you don't know what cum laude is, or you're gonna get it. What is it? Eh. No ghosts. Okay, so he was like, okay, you gonna get your distinctions. I'm like, but I don't understand what cum laude is. Is it distinctions? It's like, yeah, exactly that. I'm like, oh, so you say I'm gonna get that? It's a academic term of distinctions. It's like, yeah, something like that. It's like a rewarding a statement to say that you have did an outstanding job in your academic year. So I was like, okay, great. I'll just push it. But now I'm actually working to pass and leave. I ain't working for distinctions. It's like, but the way you're working it looks like you're working for him. Like, I didn't even know that thing existed. All I was looking for is making sure that I pay off my bursary through academic excellence, and for me to learn enough so that when I go in the workplace, I perfect what I do. You know, I must be the girl that I think I am. So girl went to like library, like, you know how TT Sosha is, guys. That place is not study conducive. Ne? And when you hear those type of things, when a person says you will get that distinction, you work to fight for it, because now it's, you have already set a name for yourself that you're a top student. And I'm telling you guys, for some people it is something they wish to have, to be a top student, but sometimes if you're just working to just get knowledge and not just a reward of what you're doing, it kind of scares one. Because like, I will write a test, you know, even whenever I didn't study, and I would get like a high mark and I'll find that I'm the top student. I'm like, what just happened? Did I get 100% on a test I didn't study? I'm like, yo, people are gonna think I'm a witch. Yo, they're gonna think I'm crazy. When I told them I told people like, I didn't study for this. I didn't even know you're writing. Then I come back with 100. How the hell did I get 100 on a test I didn't study? It was scary, like extremely scary. Like, I was like, yo, I'm scared now. But I was always fortunate to find people who had like, who were second years, and I would engage with them and like, yo, hi, can you please help me with this? And they will help me review their previous exam papers. They'll study with me. And guys, I'm really really appreciative of such people, just like Cine, you are Lindo. I'm pretty much sure, I don't remember, or what I had here, so and on. Like, these people really helped me a lot. This Pumi as well. Yeah, I don't remember much of them correctly of the names because it's been a long time. But damn, these people helped me get this cum laude. It wasn't only for my academics or God being there for me, but yeah, God is the center of the whole thing. However, there were people who were part of the journey of me getting my qualification. So it's not a matter of you being a genius, like you are this incredible genius. And yeah, there are people incredibly genius, but sometimes you also need a lending hand, right? Especially because there's some teachers, they don't like changing question papers that much. They do, but not that much. You really need um other people who were second years and they go in with you. You go in with them, you help them where you can, you help them, they'll help you where they can. Although it doesn't guarantee that you guys will get distinctions, because I'm not, if I say this, it's gonna be like some parents be like, yeah, my child doesn't study, they don't even go higher for. It's not like that. Some of us just have a quicker understanding of questions and having a bit of more creativity than others, you know, because you find that fine, they answered a question last year of a particular essay and they didn't get a 50%, they got probably 20. I go through the same thing with no remarks from the teacher, with no nothing, I get a full 50. And they ask you like, how did you answer that correctly? Nobody ever got that question right. It's a level of creativity and understanding what type of teacher you have. So I had this thing where I'm able to observe people. So when a teacher speaks, I'm able to see where they actually focus their attention on particular um subject, you know, because you find that your teacher now focuses their topic on a particular thing. You know, that those teachers who like emphasizing on a particular topic, and you ask, why do you like this topic? It's because it's important and they will put it in the tests. It's more likely to be a foundation of every assignment. So you need to like look at those things, guys. Maybe you guys will also get a cum laude by taking my advice. Because some people be like, I go to school, I study, but I don't get the cum laudes or the distinctions that most people get. It's because you guys are not looking at the character of the person teaching you. Because you find that the person teaching you is a very obvious person. They actually indicate what they actually like putting in tests. It's just that we never focus on what they actually like in tests. You see? So we just need to focus on that, on what they like. And most teachers are actually very transparent. They'd be like, this is a very important question, I like asking this in the test. If you don't listen in the classroom, you're more likely not to even hear that statement. They actually do say it. Then you find teachers who'll be like, we're writing a test on the whole book. Don't you hate them? And I think because I'm a much of a reader, I'm more likely to get excited because I like reading and challenges. So one is more likely to encounter things. I mean, there are people who can read but cannot pronounce the words. There are people who can't read but can pronounce the words perfectly. There are people who know the words by seeing them. There are those who need to hear the words in order to write it. There's some people who actually don't know the words but they can say it perfectly. So in communication, that's the thing that most communicators are not focusing it on. And I think maybe that's why certain people grow on YouTube, because you go on YouTube and you say the word wrong, you train for saying the word wrong. So you're now a trained setter for bad pronunciation, and then you're boring for being a good pronunciation, not good pronouncer. So for me to go through the journey to be in varsity and experiencing that and studying that, having to get cum laude, it was not a voodoo thing. It was more merely of being able to know the right people, paying attention in classroom, and actually getting the right marks. And don't ever forget to put God at the center of everything you do, because I feel like a lot of people when they study, they only remember God December. November, December. That's when the final day, because they need that 1% to pass. And you're not understanding the whole concept of you getting to that thing. There's some people just looking 50% and leaving. There are those who actually want to cum laude. And I'm telling you guys now, that experience of cum laude, right, is more greater. Like when they said Crystal Mputi cum laude, and everybody in the hall was screaming. Even my mom and dad were screaming and proud. I felt it because I was studying late at night. I was walking to companies that I had to profile. I would spend late nights in the library, in the computer center, doing my work. And it felt so strong for me to have that experience of a cum laude graduate and being called that way, because all those days and all those times paying attention, focusing, being laughed at because, oh my gosh, the computer screen jammed and you have to present, all those things, when they summed up to that special day, oh, it was great. Because I know I didn't cheat my way there. I did not do anything that was corruptive, there was no teacher's pet moment. It was me and my books and those who were willingly to work with me. It was just, and now that I am doing another qualification, which is on a master's level, I feel that thing that, oh my gosh, this girl. And having to do another qualification, which is on another level right now, reminds me of, and right now, being where I am academically, it reminds me of the hard work that I had back then. Regardless of the fact that, oh my gosh, I'm returning how many times this thing, I'm really glad that I am where I am, and I hope that I do finish. Because I'm tired. But my experience of getting a cum laude was fantastic. And I feel like any other person who will get a cum laude will understand what it means to have it. Guys, I mean, like, this is literally distinctions at matric. It's equally exciting, even more for that term, guys. It is equally exciting for it. It is like, yo, I don't even know what to say anymore. It was great, right? So basically, to put it in simple terms, because a lot of people be like, so cum laude is distinctions, yeah. So it is like an academic term, so that you guys understand what distinction is, right? I got on a high mark in tertiary and primary level. I mean in primary and high school level. There's high, you got the highest mark, yeah. And then in tertiary is you got a distinction. In tertiary it's cum laude, magna cum laude, that's so, with great honor, with praise. So it's kind of like distinctions with level, distinctions with more level, right? And I'm telling you, that type of thing, Joy, it gives you honor, that recognition, You'd be like, nah, I worked my butt off. Mm-mm. I'm working my butt off. And it should push you to further your studies. Like, I, when I look at my pictures for Cum Laude and the videos I made the day I was in Cum Laude, like that was so long time ago. But I hope that I will post enough videos for the qualification I'm doing now once I'm done. That I will show you how equally exciting this is. How equally exciting it is. So I don't know how to tell you guys, because like my parents were proud. My brother was equally confused until I said distinction. He was like, oh. And then it's like, hey, the pressure is getting harder. Hey, the pressure is getting harder, because now he has to suppress his sister. Mind you, I'm the first person in the family to get a cum laude. So I'm not the first graduate, but I'm the first one in the family to get a cum laude in the family. And I'm waiting. And just right now, I just want the red gown. Angizoyithola. Bayathanda kabathandi. Ngizoyithola. But what I'm saying, guys, is that having a distinction does not make others look stupid, but just simply shows you the reward that you worked for from what you're getting. And you should allow yourself to state it out that I got this with cum laude. No, it's a proud moment, and I feel a lot of people have never understood how important it is to give yourself that recognition that you worked hard, and this is what comes with working hard. And nobody should make you feel like you are bragging or whatnot. Oh my gosh, no week that you didn't work hard. You need to. I mean, yeah, fine. A lot of people be like, Shapo, you got a cum laude, you got the job in that particular sphere. What's so great, so nice for you to actually get a job at that particular organization? Yeah. And there's a lot of graduates who also great as good as you but can't get what you call a job. But that shouldn't stop you from fighting for what you want. I know it looks like education is so not important anymore. Getting qualification is not so important anymore. Like I say, if it's in your heart and it's in your soul that you wanna go to school, go. And if you feel that you wanna also get a cum laude, go for it. It means something to you that you have achieved something, rather than sitting there and be like, well, I'll do something else for money rather than go to school and still I don't get money. It doesn't work out for everyone. Not everyone is going to achieve by not going to school. Sometimes it is for you to go to school that it opens doors for you. Okay, right? So I feel like a lot of people, they don't know the importance of achievements in life. Yes, fine, you might have a qualification and not get a job, but that doesn't mean you should stop fighting. Sometimes you need to start some way for you to get to that initial goal that you were fighting for. So just like I keep on saying whenever I do Bible study, just because you pray to God and it's either answer, you feel like you're not being answered. It's either it's yes, wait. I feel like it's never a no. It's either, it depends on what you're asking. But when it comes to career and everything, these are the things that God realized that this is an essential part for us to grow. So it's either wait or not now, or it's a no by going directly there. I want you to be you will have that qualification and you will make something out of that qualification, but you need to learn this in order to get to what you are praying for, right? So I understand that, right, a lot of people be looking at people driving Bugattis and big cars and it says no degree, or a person be telling you that I'm at this position but I never went to school. I know we get that a lot with politicians, but guys, you're not the same. Go to school. At least have a qualification in case the economy gets back on its feet and qualifications now become a thing. So just go. If you're planning to go back to school, go back to school. When I just pray to God, oh God, I want to go back to school. I don't have the money, but I want to go back to school. Go. How many people went to school and didn't have money? And they came out with a qualification, now they have money. Go. Go, Manaka Mama. Don't stay there and lose hope. Go. Like right now, there's so many people, like they're posting on social media, be like, I went to school and now I don't have funding and I want to go to the second year or my third year. I was paying through by force or by forgiveness, what student forgiveness or whatever. At the end of the final year, they get funded by a bursary or NSFAS or anything, or they get a job and they're able to pay off their school fees. Just go. If you feel so strongly about school, go. Other than staying home, I wanna gap year. For most people, it's a good thing, but for others, it's like deal. The minute you take a gap year, deal. And I feel a lot of people do regret gap year, because in gap year you can't be just home. It's either you're upgrading, which is I highly recommend if you want a qualification in a certain field, but staying ginger at home, no job, no nothing, because you're thinking of career, you won't go back to school anymore. You're more likely setting yourself for failure when you're just home and you're not doing anything. I want to start a business, start a YouTube channel, or promote things, right? So I'm not saying that people who are home and not going to school are wasting themselves per se, like on deliberate terms. But I mean, like those who actually have the opportunity of going to school and getting that education and that start up journey, yeah, like go. Why stay home for any? Just because your role model didn't go to school, now you feel like one day something will knock on the door and just go out there, just go to school. Just, it's either you get a job or you start a business or you go to school. Yeah, but just make sure that you are building something within that year. Like, don't just chill. If you have the means of going, and if you have a particular course you want to do, go. I always ask myself, like, when you chose the subjects that you chose for grade 10, you might have had an idea of what course you wanted to do. If your parents chose them for you, then remember, you need to think for yourself when you're 16, 15, 16, 17. You need to know what you want to do. So, guys, that's all I'm gonna give advice for. My cum laude experience back in when was it? 2018, way before COVID, because they graduate again, right? With distinctions as well. So I'm just speaking about my first experience, that first one. When you get the second one, you're like, but the first one be like, hey. So right now I'm just fighting to just complete this qualification of mine, because wow, Betuna. So guys, let me leave you with love and grace and hardness and greatness. I will be giving a slideshow of all the pictures of me when I was graduating. Damn it guys, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I will also screenshot my graduation guide to show you guys. I got your girl the graduate with the cum laude, and yeah. So guys, all the best thing you can do to get a cum laude is make sure that you are able to revise past question papers, have one-on-ones with your lecturers, engage with the top students. Unless you're a top student, go to other top students that came before you. Make sure you have a steady timetable. You're able to study in a very environment that is conducive to you. Party, but party wisely. And always make sure you know when you're writing. And always be there in exam room like 30 minutes before to clear anxiety. Because the minute you come on the spot, you tend to get way more nervous than when you spend 30 minutes before. Because when you're getting there before, you analyze the environment, you get comfortable in the environment, you're more comfortable with where you are. Unlike when you come in 10 minutes into it and now you have diarrhea, you can't think, you're forgetting everything you studied, you know, you just get too scared. So those are tips I'll give you guys. Make sure you know when you're writing, know where you're writing, know what you are writing about. Make sure you understand what you're writing about, because creativity will take you a long way when answering questions. Make sure you know how to get in touch with your lecturers. If you can't, there's always a reporting system. There are tutors, and guys, we live in a 4IR era. Use YouTube. Guys, use YouTube to help you get your distinctions. There are so many online tutors on YouTube, especially the Indian tutors. Bro, they just make education more fun. The accent, the way they say it makes it more fun. If you have data and you have Wi-Fi around your areas, just get that, go in it. If you can go to the centers, go and get your intel. If you're not going to school and plan to go to school, good luck. But always remember that you have a library access, you have computer centers, there is possible Wi-Fi, there are cafes that allow you to go there to study as a student, just to buy 1 cup of coffee. If you can study there. You can go internet cafes, you can use Wi-Fi's that are, especially in South Africa, there's Wi-Fi's in schools. You can ask for a password and say, I want to do my school uniform. I'm pretty much sure they won't be sticky with the Wi-Fi. So yeah guys, work towards the distinction, work with that work. If you don't get a distinction, it's fine, but if you want one, please work for it. Even if you didn't get it but you want one, always check on how you're studying, check on possible tutors in your department, and always look for people who can explain something to you in a way that you understand. Because sometimes there are people who are not top students, but they're good explainers. So always find those people, always find people you can talk to, always go and talk with people from a higher grade than you, because they have experiences, they know the wrongs, so you can get the rights too. And always make sure that you're able to engage with your lecturers. At most, I prefer that because they are the ones more okay. Even there are those universities where they find substitute markers, go to them. And always make sure your notes are organized, always know what you're studying, always be in every class. Guys, attend every class. Every class there is, go for it. Don't miss a class, because sometimes attendance helps. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who could have passed if they just attended the class. Just your presence. So just be there so that you can pass. And again, also to avoid this thing of saying you got a qualification through fraudulent behavior, because there's some people, they write the exams but they don't attend the classroom, and then they graduate and they be like, I never met this person my entire life. But you're registered, you don't attend classes. You just have somebody who is your roommate who attends the same classes as you, same qualification, who tell you that we have a test on a particular day and have assignments on such a thing. They tell you, you answer it, and but then they've never met you, they've never engaged with you, or then, you know, the teachers have never engaged with you and never talking to you, but they are aware there's a student like this, but they've never met them. So it's kind of those type of things that get people to say that they have fake qualifications and whatnot, when they actually did register and did go to school. It's just the problem is that they never attend classes. No one. So guys, just be safe out there. Pray all the time. Acknowledge that you are full potential. You can achieve this, and you will get funding for your qualification. Make sure that you use social media to advantage. Okay, if you don't have money, go for it, so that now you can go on the stage and be proud, be screamed out for, and be proud of. Whether it's cum laude or not, whether it's just few distinctions or not, fight for it. From love and care, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share on this video. I love you so. Bye.
People keep talking, they can say what they like, and I don't worry, 'cause everything's gonna be